Good morning everyone, welcome to Technique Tuesday number 18. Let's just finish getting everything set up here. Let's move that forward a bit, that over a bit. Make sure we're nice and straight. Let's just check this. Make sure the feed's okay. I hope everyone can hear me okay. Yep, that looks fine. Just wiggle this. Perfect. Good morning, Julie. There we go. See, is that okay? Thank you. Good morning, Christine. That's it. Good morning, Sue. Okay, I'm going to sit myself down because that looks all okay. I'm sunning over. Good morning, Gail. Bit colder today. Good morning, Andreen.
Morning, Andreen.
Morning, Jane. Morning, Donna. Hope everyone's okay.
I'll behave myself now.
That'll be the day.
Yeah, boring.
Hope, yeah, everyone's okay weather-wise. No one's been flooded or any weather damage or anything.
It's been crazy.
Oh, I'm glad you're excited, Donna.
Oh.
It's quite a quick and easy make, really, this morning. If I just show you on the one flower, if you like, that's basically the technique that we can use for pretty much everything with this. So as you can see, we've got this this one flower to colour in using a mixture of alcohol markers, some ordinary coloured pencil crayon and a bit of watercolour pencil. I've got some fine liners as well, just for those little details in the centre. We've got a bit more we can learn about stamping as well, make life easier.
Did you call my intense pencils ordinary pencil?
Oh, these are not intense, no.
Oh.
No. Oh, okay, so I shall run through what I'm going to be using, and then afterwards I will pop the PDF on the group for everybody. Good morning, Yvonne. Hi, Sonia.
Dare I say it, Sonia? Good day.
Ooh.
I'll say that.
And what your weather's like at the moment. Okay, so materials list wise. Why are you apologising, Yvonne? I don't know. You haven't done anything wrong, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Fresh Florals flower stamp, which is this lovely little one here. Love this set. Of course, it's got the dies there as well to match. This is brilliant. I love using this. So it's
good day.
The stamp there.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. there.
Wow.
And I will also be using the Dictionary Definitions stamp set and using the Happy Birthday, because this is such a gorgeous font. Let's take these out. And it's quite impactful without being too much. That makes sense. So we'll put those to one side. I'll be stamping onto white super smooth card. Oh, did you? I didn't even notice, you see, Yvonne, so it's fine. I'm used to it being spelt in all sorts of funny ways. Yep, Pink Frog, white super smooth card. We've got the true black card as well to matte and lay it onto. I'll be using Versifying Claire, Nocturne, and the lovely Charming Pink, because I just love that pink colour. It's quite a nice colour to work with. We did the yellows and oranges last time, so I thought we'd go for something a little bit different. As I said, we've got alcohol markers, fine liners, colour pencils and watercolour pencils, and then you'll also need your basic things like trimmers, stamp platform. It will help if you have a grid inside it as well. So glue, pencil sharpener is a must, and a small acrylic block for the little bits and bobs. So if we make a start with our stamping, okay, move that out of the way so it doesn't shine. This is the one I've already done because we will need to let that dry.
I've got the same picture. Video's not playing. Video's playing up.
Oh, what's it doing?
It's playing up. It's stuck. It's frozen. Comments are coming up, but it's just no difference.
Do you want to try coming out? It's okay on the mobile.
No, I can't see comments coming up.
Nah, technology, eh? Okay, so our main piece of the super smooth is 12 by 12. Put that to there. We're going to stamp the wording first. And I've already worked out where to place this, and this is why a grid will help, because it just helps to keep everything nice and straight. So I've got the base of the letters here. I'm going to line up on the 3 centimetre line, and I'm going to pop that roughly about ½ centimetre in from each end. So we're at 12, so that'll be 11½. And then we've got this one. Line the bottoms of those letters up along that line. That's it. Then you know that your lettering is going to be nice and straight. I'm going to go straight in with the black ink. As with all stamping, don't go too heavy with it. Nice, light, gentle taps. Evenly all across the top.
Julie's got a workshop going on Thursday.
Yeah, in Australia.
What?
It's Australian. Mm.
Julie's gone to Australia?
No. And press down lightly all across. Give it that time to soak into the card. Hold that in place for a little while. We just want the card to soak. Hang on, soak that in.
I can always go over to Australia for Julie and do workshops for her.
Nice try. There we go. Shame, isn't it, Julie? There we go. That's the little one. And then we want to place our flower directly over the top. Doesn't really matter which way round as long as you're happy with how it looks. So in the middle, so that looks okay. Pick that up, and again lightly on top. If you go in too heavy-handed with the ink pad, it just fills up inside all the lines. Again, gentle pressure on the top. Give that a chance to settle into the card. There we go. I do love this flower.
It's lovely flower, that.
It's a nice flower to colour as well, because you've got the lovely open space. There we go.
Keep these stamp sets at one side because I like that flower. Don't pull it away.
So that's all we need on that one. As I say, we'll leave this to fully dry. Bring that up and you can have a little look. That's it.
Easy to cut out as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean it's got the die that goes with it as well. But yeah, it's a nice easy one to cut out if you want to. Okay, let's pop that over there. Hi, Jax. So the next piece of card is 15.5 by 15.5. Good morning, Elizabeth. Pop this in.
Isn't that a lovely name? But then again, our queen was called
And in the same Fresh Flora Flowers stamp set, we've got a smaller version of the flower we've just stamped out, which is very cute, and it's great because I like coordinating everything. Hi, Kathy. Oh, Julie.
Oh,
Teasing again.
Like.
Teasing again. So, we want to pop this in one of the corners. It can be overlapping, it can be within it. It really doesn't matter. And we're going to create a frame all around this card. Once you've placed it the once, we can just keep moving the piece of card around instead of moving the stamp. Yes. So just keep turning that. We can stamp this into all four corners. I do like it when everything coordinates. So keep going around. She is naughty, isn't she, Deborah?
She is. That's Julie. That's my Julie dog. Come on, Mum.
Okay. Then we can turn this slightly.
Oh,
line this up next to it.
They've just arrived.
Oh. This would be something to look forward to. So I've just placed it next to it, lined it up, and then we can do the same thing.
And then it's going to be perfect all the way around the car.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Hopefully.
This isn't quick.
Brilliant thing with stamp platforms or stamp presses or whatever you would like to call them. Does make life so much easier. So give that another little wipe. Don't want to get too many splodges or smudges on there. Good morning, Maxine. And again, we'll come in. Just that way a bit so they're different angles.
Got mine already.
What's that?
The new collection.
Okay. There's so much detail in this little stamp, it's lovely. And of course, the inner edge of this you won't particularly see because that's where the matting and layering goes. But I do love doing this on cards. Sneaky peek.
Yeah. Sneaky peek, Julie.
Ooh. Come in again. Ooh. This is literally creating a frame. Lovely little flowers all the way around.
You want to hear from Julie then?
She's lost to crafting.
Yeah. Sneak peeks very soon, everyone. See, with Julie, you're just such a tease, aren't you?
You're gonna love it. One more into here.
Yes, you did, my Julie. Can you right troublemaker?
I don't know.
She knows a lot.
That's fine, Julie. It's no problem. It's going to be gorgeous. A must-have for your crafty stash, if you like. Nearly done. There we go. That's that done. A nice little wipe. Okay, so the next bit I'm going to do with a little acrylic block just because it's easier and we're working in small spaces. Put that ink away. Don't want that drying out. So because I'm going to be colouring the flower in pink, I've gone for the pink ink to go around the edge as well. My little block. And we're going to go in with the birthday part of the dictionary definitions, as it's a birthday card. You could do what you need to, depending on the occasion. Pop that down on there. This is also something that I like doing with my cards. Just adds a little bit of interest. It will pick up on the colour we're using and tie everything in together. They're brilliant, aren't they, the dictionary definitions? It's funny, isn't it, how we all have different likes and ways of doing things, and what we like and what we don't like. And so I'm going to line that up, put that directly into the corner to start off with. give us a base, if you like, for our pattern we're going to create with it. I've always quite liked putting things off the edge. And the same again in this corner. You don't have to do it this way. You could do a little bit in each corner or the opposite corners, whatever takes your fancy. And then as we go down, we're going to move it over. So it kind of tails off both directions. I quite like doing this with the lettering as well, because it's adding something, but it's not, you know, completely in your face. You've got that little hint of colour there. And a little bit on the edge this side. I'll bring this up for a closer look in a moment. And we just want a little bit down here. And a little bit at the top. There we go. Give that a wipe.
It's Julie behaving stuff.
Of course. We'll need that again in a little bit. Let's just bring this up.
My poor purse.
That's it. We've got it. Top corner.
Beautiful looking.
And the bottom corner.
Oh, you added a bit.
There we go. So we can put that to one side now as well. And we'll go back to our colouring. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully. Let's hope I remember this time to zoom back out again. That's it. Okay, so we're going to start off with our alcohol markers, and if you've got these pens, the twin markers from Deco Time, I'm using the Vivid Reddish Purple. That's the darkest one. We've got Vivid Pink. That's the mid-tone, and I've got Pastel Violet. That will be our lighter tone. So this time we're working in dark, medium and light to create our blending. Thank you, Donna.
Look at the detail on the Julie stamps.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? I'm going to be using the fine nib. So I'm going to just checking on here that you can see that. We're going to come in at the bottom, basically follow the stamen, and then up at the top, little circular movements along there. Do this on each petal. So we're using the same movements that we did last time, but this is just a different way of blending, and sometimes you want the light and shade to fall in different places, so this is different. We're doing light and shade this time, whereas it was just colour with the sunflower. As I say, this is just basic colouring. They are vivid reddish purple, quite a big name for a pen. We've got Vivid Pink and Pastel Violet. So the numbers are 86, 6 and 78. Okay, so that's our first layer. Then we'll move on to the mid-tone. Just coming in, we're going to go over slightly what we've already done. Little circular movements again. You want to go over what you've done already slightly, because that's where the blend comes in. So it's like half and half to start off with, if you like. You're halfway over this and this, blending in both together. This, of course, will work with any alcohol marker. And the last one. This is how we're going to create shape, dark and light, to our flower. Set over both. There we go. And then finally in with the lighter colour, the pastel violet. Come in. Filling in the middle. And then blending out over both. All the way across and then up over both ends. This is all very therapeutic as well. Going over all the colours again will blend them for you. Last one, make sure we've got that edged. This will work with whatever colours you choose. So now we can already see that we're building up on how the actual flower looks. It looks as though it's curved as such, and the light is hitting it from above. So while we wait for that to dry, we'll do our fine liner bits in the middle. So just going in with a yellow in the centre. These are Staedtler ones, which I quite like. And I've just got a light green just to go around the middle here. That's that. Then we're going to grab our blender pen. My one ran out from the deco time. so I'm using a Pro Marker blender. And what we're going to do, go straight into the middle, follow the line of the petal, circular motions again. And this will take the colour out for us in a very, very soft, gentle way. As you can see, that's beginning to, it's like it's bleaching it out almost. Move that down a bit. That's it. And then I've gone in again, a bit smaller, into the middle of what we've just taken out with the blender. Each time you go over this, it will get lighter and lighter. So these are quite handy actually if you make a mistake anywhere, because it's like an eraser as well for them. So that should be enough for that. It's given us a nice hit of light across it. I've then got a black fine liner that I'm going to fill in these little bits just to give them definition. And it goes with our nice pink and black theme as well. There we go. Oh, thank you, Donna. So, next up, we're going to start adding some depth. This actually is one of the pencils to use on black card from Faber-Castell, and the colours are really nice and rich. But any ordinary pencil, colour pencil, will do the job. But it's quite nice to get it to a nice sharp point if possible. Not too bad. And this is one of the best sharpeners I've ever had. This is Faber-Castell as well. It's brilliant. You've got one for your colour pencils. There's a larger one and a smaller one, which covers all eventualities. So we're going to come in and we're going to add the veins to the actual petals. So you just want to flick, follow in like around here, up and curve around both edges. So if you see this on that one, it's good, isn't it, Gail?
Oh, well, you think I'll that copy, yes.
It is, yeah, it's brilliant. So we're just adding in these little lines, the little veins, lightly, just skipping across the top almost. Just want to be very light and free. There we go. And it does make the world of difference when we do this. Let's see if I can bring this up. That's that. Makes such a huge difference to the actual flower when we do it. And then we're going to add a little bit more depth, just up again where the stamens are, and around the very top. Coming across the sides as well if you like, just to give those definition. So as you can see, between that one and that one, it's just added that little bit of extra oomph to it, if you like.
Oh, someone's watching you
Did
from
Donna?
a narrowboat.
Ooh, Vivian. That sounds cool. Always wanted to go on a narrowboat.
Yeah, me too.
So going into the centre again. Little circle movements around the edge there, and then you can bring that in there as well, just down the whole edge. That helps with the whole curvature of the petal as well. Come into this one. It's not a huge colour change, but you can definitely see it there once you've done it. So, right into the middle, follow each of the little stamens up, across the top, follow the drawn lines around and back down each side. And this one.
Yeah, when you think about this one, it's mixed media flower base.
Yeah, basically mixed media is just different mediums used on something,
Yeah,
which is exactly what we're doing. It doesn't have to be all grungy and what have you. Okay, so that's the depth to the actual flower done. Let's pop this up. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone. And these are just things I've picked up along the way, if you like.
All self-taught.
Different people and companies and places, and there we go.
Julie.
Definitely Julie. Okay, let me find my... Now this is the watercolour pencil. As you can see, I've used it quite a lot. I use the grey a lot because of shading. Thank you. It's invaluable, this grey watercolour pencil. Definitely a must have. I'm going to give this a little bit of a sharpen as well. Now we're going to come in, we're going to go around the edge of the whole flower.
Oh, that's a nice comment to you from Maxine, my girl.
Oh, thank you. Oh. Bring that over, everyone can see. It can be quite rough with this, it hasn't got to be neat. Moving your card, make it easier for yourself. So your hands not at weird angles or anything. Make sure you're comfortable while you're doing it.
A little trick that my girlfriend did. It makes the flower jump up.
It's quite simple, but it does make such a difference, doesn't it? Especially when, you know, we've got things to post and everything, we don't want to be adding too much bulk. It is, Julie. It makes it also, you know, worthwhile. But
well, at least someone's listening to me, Julie.
Makes a world of difference. It's so nice to know. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, depending on what watercolour pencils are, yours might be different, I suppose, strengths, if you like. You might have to be a bit more light-handed with some of them than others. So I've got a fine water brush. Get it going on there. So we're going to start from the inside, and again using that same circular motion, we're going to blend the pencil from the edge outwards. Keep giving it a little wipe, otherwise you'll get a build up of the colour and it will get too dark. There. Really little tiny movements, dragging it outwards. Depending on how big a shadow you want, depends on how much pencil you put down and how far you drag it out. This is quite calming as well. Julie's lovely.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be, I'm wiping it onto my hand, if you can see here. If you don't want to be doing that, then either on the side of your mat or onto
I'm going to start using green instead of black.
Bit of copy paper or towel or something.
It's easier, isn't it, my girl?
Yeah. If you really want to pack a punch, black is fine. It just depends what you're doing.
Right.
But yeah, I prefer grey. Nice clean off. If you want it blended out even more, just go over again, right on the very edge, and move it outward. So it's almost seamless. The water will do all the work for you. There we go. Just very gently with the brush as we're on super smooth. Doesn't like being wet too much. That's fine. And just to add a little bit more depth into the middle, into the centres there between the petals, I'm just going to go direct. Let me bring this in. Direct to the end of the pencil. Just make sure you don't get the wood wet, because that's when things start to go mouldy. We can come back in and add the darker into the centre. Just pulling that outwards just a little bit, and that will really lift it off the card as well. Bring this up in a minute for you to have a look. Put those to one side. Bring this up. There we go. So that's basically how I use my pens and pencils to get depth and highlight and shadows and whatnot to work, which is quite a nice easy way. hope you're all going to have a go. I'm going to add some little dots into this as well, again, just to bring everything in together. Let's find them. The dots gone. This is in the same stamp set, the Fresh Floral Flowers. There's two. There's ones that are filled in and ones that aren't. Let's bring this back up again. And we can see that's it. So I've got little dot stamps here. Thank you, everyone. Pink ink again. I'm going to start off first with the filled in one.
You small stamps don't get up, so watch yourself.
There we go. I'm going to have this kind of going into an angle in the corner. Let me bring it in on top of here, it'll make more sense. Because this is going on here. We've got that line going there. So we want to bring that all together with the arrangement of little dots here. Turn them. Just gently let them sit in. I've got them facing so they kind of point into the edge there as well. One in here. So it draws our eye to the sentiment. Oh, brilliant. That's great, Vivian. Now the other one. One here. This is the lined one, which I just think is better to use, really. As you go further up, it's like having heavier, darker things at the bottom with the lighter, smaller ones at the top. And then a little bit just in this corner, which then draws your eye across the whole page, brings everything in together. Thank you very much, everybody. Put those there so I don't lose them. Now we can put our card together. So, I've already got these pre-cut. This is an 18 by 18 card blank. Again, it's a Pink Frog Super Smooth. Got two pieces of the black for the matting and layering. So the largest one is 16 by 16. I just think the dictionary definitions add a little bit of colour, but it's nice and subtle, it's quite delicate. Come out blue. That's it. Make sure we're the right way around. Get this lined up. The most awkward bit. So, smooth that down. It is such a beautiful flower, that one. It's so lovely to colour. Do all sorts of things with it. So then we can put our stamped background piece on. A little wiggle. Yep. Okay.
Just ask the question now.
The watercolour card, funnily enough, I'll be using that next time. Definitely for anything wet, if that makes sense. Alcohol markers, not so much. I've got to bring me a bit of copy paper over. Could you just grab me a bit?
Yep. Sure can.
Just so I don't
There you go.
smudge anything. That's it. It will, the watercolour card is obviously, it's brilliant for using watercolours with, watered down acrylics, brushos, any pigments like that, sprays. It's fantastic. But I will be using it next time. We're going to be working on some differences between different watercolour mediums and how you can colour with them. It's got that sturdy structure, and it allows the paint or ink or whatever medium you're using on it to flow nicely, give you that nice loose painterly movement to it. That's going straight on top, and that was 12.5 by 12.5. Yeah, watercolor card by its very nature is great for using when you're using a lot of wet techniques. Also good with distress inks and oxides. You can create some beautiful effects. Oh look, I did a bit of stamping on the back there. And then this can pop on the top. I like to have the mats and layers on this just to give the different parts of our stamping definition. Frame it nicely, make it special. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's nicely stuck. I'll get the top of the glue back on again. Bring this up. Okay, just wait for the feed to catch up. Oh, thank you very much. So yeah, we got our design. It's flowing from corner to corner, which is a great sort of a method to get into, if you like, card making method. We've got our colours coordinating. It's still quite nice and delicate, although we've done quite a lot of work on it. Thank you. And then we've got our added definition with the flower, which now looks quite dimensional. So please have a go. Lots of different colours. I'd like to see that. I've got something I'm sharing for my Wednesday post tomorrow, using the same flower. There's some different ways as well. So that's the first and the second. Put them on together. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, brilliant. So yeah, it will go onto YouTube as well, which makes things easier. Also, you can watch it on a bigger screen, which helps seeing all the details. So yeah, I can't wait to see what everyone makes. Share away on the group. I will now go and add the materials list and some brief instructions for you as well, so you haven't got to keep stopping and starting. You've got things to hand. So yeah, 2 cards, slightly different colours, and a bit more more for your colouring toolbox, if you like. And then, as I've just said, the next Technique Tuesday we'll be doing some watercolour techniques and the differences between the different mediums, I guess, pencils, different pencil makes, brushes, pens, all that kind of thing. So I shall look forward to seeing you in a fortnight. Everyone take care. Mind what you're doing in all this yucky stormy weather. Thank you very much for joining me and your wonderful comments. And yeah, get posting on the group. I shall look forward to seeing everyone's colouring. Thank you. See you all soon. Bye.